This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. So here we are outside, obviously, the Supreme Court. You hear the chanting in support of overturning Roe versus Wade. You probably already know, but last night, Politico dropped a bomb on the world. They got a hold of a draft decision memo from the Supreme Court authored by Samuel Alito, which in effect it really sets the roadmap for what we've been talking about for the last year or so in anticipation of the court overturning Roe versus Wade, decimating 50 years of precedent in the Supreme Court and restricting constitutional rights of over half the population in the United States. Now, obviously, this isn't going to make abortion illegal on a federal level, but it will allow for the states all across the country. Right now, there's probably 24 or so that have laws on the books or in the pipeline to make abortion legal. So what we're going to do today, we're going to talk to some supporters of Roe versus Wade, and then maybe talk to some of the fascist enablers across the street who are chanting, as you can probably hear over the course, over my voice in the microphone. So buckle up. It's things are terse.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, the hotties will disband for Roe. Hey, hey, ho, ho, the hotties will disband for Roe. Hey, hey, divest, repeat, abortion now.
So I'm standing here with Haley in front of the Supreme Court. First of all, I want to thank you for your quiet dignity in the face of this f***ing awfulness. Tell us why you're out here.
I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified. At first I was angry, but it's scary. It's scary. I have a very personal view on this. This affects me on a very deep personal level when it comes to women's reproductive health, because it's something I've been fighting for myself since I was 12 and I'm now 28. But it doesn't just affect that. This is one of our enumerated rights. This will open the door for other enumerated rights to go away. Right to due process, innocent until proven guilty, the right to privacy is all part of Supreme Court decisions. It's not in the Constitution. If this goes away, what else can they take away?
Sure. Where were you when you found out?
I was at home.
Last night?
I was at home last night around 1 a.m. Once I calmed down, I drove up here.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate your activism. So I'll tell you one thing that this does illustrate, and it is that we need to get more and more organized and active and on the ground. We need an infrastructure in place to be able to show up at things like this and get the message out, because conservatives have that, Republicans have that. They have their bullhorns, they're on the street early in the morning, ready to go, and the other side, while finally is showing up and countering with chants, countering with messaging, countering with bodies on the ground, it illustrates just how important it is to actually get involved in this movement. You might not be a woman, you might not be seeking an abortion, but rights matter. Civil rights, human rights, and that is what this fight is about.
Little girl, special shout out to the Catholics for Choice, who are spreading lots of false information out there. There's no such thing as a Catholic for Choice.
What's your name?
Colton.
What are you doing out here today?
I'm going to be out here doing interviews just like you about this as soon as my camera guy gets here. But I believe that the sanctity of life should be protected and the Supreme Court shouldn't be politicized. And the fact that this opinion was released without...
The leak is the issue, not the ruling.
I'm okay with the ruling. But the leak that comes out so early, that just shows how politicized this is.
Did you know that the original Roe ruling was also leaked in 1973?
Which overturned a few justices' opinions.
Yeah, so there was, this happens time after time after time in the annals of the Supreme Court, in the history of the Supreme Court. Why is it such an outrage?
Because they're trying to intimidate the justices to overturn their opinions.
How does it equate, how does it map onto intimidation of the justice?
By the public opinion threatening the lives last night. They were out here chanting F Alito.
Are you witnessing the same thing I am relative to what is aggressive?
Ready to serve her in her crisis and meet her where
Witnessing
she's at and empower her to choose
prayer vigils
life.
and speeches.
Thanks, Tina. Well, we're getting ready to close.
Are you not
We want
hearing
to
that?
remind everyone
Yeah, the majority of the people over here who are pro-choice.
National Day of Prayer. We will be gathered.
Roe v. Wade has got to go.
Yes.
They're pro-choice?
Well, the majority of the people on this side is pro-choice. Yes, there are some pro-life people over there.
Who do you work for?
I'm not going to say.
You're not going to say. Okay. So why was it you ditched the Proud Boy motif when I asked you to ask questions?
Proud Boy.
Yeah, you know, the hat and the whole little thing you got going on.
The Project Veritas hat.
Yeah.
Not Proud Boy.
Fascist enabler.
No.
Really?
No.
You're in a agreement with stripping 50 years of precedent and human and civil rights of women?
I am agreeing with protecting the life of the unborn, which murdered over 63 million unborn children.
So are you for the child tax credit?
I am for.
Are you for the child tax credit?
Sir, this is a completely different.
Are you for increased SNAP benefits?
This is a completely different argument.
No, because if 80,000 people are born into
There is a
poverty,
different argument.
how are you going to fund
Are you mad that
the increased
cancer industry, that
cancer industry?
the organizations that fight against cancer, are you against them because they don't fight against diabetes? No, they're two
I'm
different
saying
arguments.
it's cause and effect. If children are born into poverty
No, sir.
and you don't support the
That's
child
a whole
tax
different
credit
argument. It's
or
a whole
increased
different
SNAP
argument. It's a
benefits
whole different
or
argument.
poverty
It's a
abatement
whole
measures,
different argument.
it is not.
It
And
is.
It is the
Yes.
same argument.
No, you are taking the life of an unborn child. Life begins at conception. So
It does. Where is that in the medical journals?
it's a worldwide medical consensus. You can look it up.
It's a worldwide medical consensus that life begins at
So many
conception.
studies. Chicago Medical School, Princeton even has articles reviewed on it. This is a simple search.
Well, thanks for your time.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe stay away from there. You don't want to be in another insurrection.
You just keep doing what you're doing because fake news seems to be your thing, buddy.
Don't even worry. I will keep doing what I'm doing.
And I'll pray for you.
Don't waste your time.
I'll pray that you learn the truth.
We'll see how that works out.
Okay, well, because it seems like it's going to get overturned.
Yeah, you're right. Regression is in full
God
effect.
always wins.
God always wins. Fantastic.
God always wins.
Good for you, buddy. Can I ask you about your shirt?
Yes.
Tell me about your shirt.
My shirt says lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender Mars are worse than animals. Proof National Zoo. In 1990, these girls raped these girls in school. We took 9 girls down to National Zoo trying to find out if they have any homosexual animals. National Zoo said they have more than 400 different species of mammals, animals, exotic animals in National Zoo. While they notice none of them are homosexual. Once you come out of National Zoo, you got homosexual people everywhere. According to the Bible, lesbian women are called swine and the men are called dogs because they dog-like manner.
So you take no issue with wearing hate speech on your shirt or just avowed bigotry, hatred? I said you're a bigot.
Right, I am.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, right, I am. Right. Only way you'll get to heaven, you got to be a bigot against satanic people like you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck to you. So here we are. We're ending the time here. We are in between. I don't know if you know the layout of Washington, D.C. and Capitol Hill, but behind my cameraman is the Supreme Court. And here I want to end this at the Capitol because Democrats are in power. They hold the legislature of both houses of the legislature. We hold the executive branch. And Congress could go into session today and codify Roe versus Wade as law, and this disastrous opinion from the Supreme Court would be null and void. Democrats have to find leadership within them. They have to quit worrying and focusing and obsessing on what they think is bipartisanship and do the right thing for the American people. Access to abortion is a basic human right. It is health care. So I would urge you to call your member of Congress. We got the Senate side here, we got the House side over here, And it is important. We need to light a fire under them. I tweeted last night something about politicians. They want you to believe, and they want you to truly live that voting matters. If Democrats really want people to know that it actually matters, they need to do something to show them that their vote mattered. To sit on your hands and allow this to happen with generations of time behind us, knowing that this was on the table, knowing that this was the plan, disgusting. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. This right here is the very reason that we moved to DC, so I could have proximity to the things that are happening that are important to you and me and the rest of us. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And let me know what you think. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. And if you appreciate what I do, if you want to take part in this very thing and help move the conversation forward and help produce my content, you can click the join button below this video, become a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month, or you can click on over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I know that this day is a bummer, but it should only invigorate you to fight and get involved and be organized to turn the tide of history back. Because if we sit on our hands and we're defeated and we do nothing, they win. And we're dragged back to the 1950s in the most regressive manner possible. Anyway, again, I love you guys. I appreciate it very much. Until I see you, be genuine and take care of one another.